Hi, I'm Roger from the Backyard Station, and we're here again with another birding experience. I'd like to introduce Diane. She works with me here at the Backyard Station, and this morning she came in pretty excited.
Okay, Roger and I have a little competition going, who has the best bird stories. And my bird story this morning was I had 50 goldfinches at my feeders, and I had 9 Baltimore Orioles, and the tree was alive with action. I've got a lot of feeders, and they're fighting over whose turn it is. And my theory is I've got fresh food. I fill my feeders once or twice a day, and they know they can always get fresh food at my house. So I check out the neighbors' houses, and they're fairly empty feeders, and I think my birds are smart. They know where to come. I buy my food at the Backyard Station.
Well, Diane, I know we preach the proper feeding, not only the proper food, but the proper feeding methods and so on, and fresh food does make a difference. I too was excited this morning. I came out and I counted 7, then I counted 8, and then I thought I counted 9, 10, and 11, but I hate to be lying, but I think I did have 7 to 8 Baltimore Orioles on my feeders this morning. A couple of the things that you should do when you put your feeders out is make sure, of course, that it is clean. Also make sure that it is full, because this time of the year they are going to be drinking a lot of the Oriole Kool-Aid that you put in there. There's several different ways of feeding your Orioles. We have a feeder here at the store that is designed not only for the oranges on each side, but it's also designed to put grape jelly, or you could put papaya or whatever you'd like in the fruit area in the little containers. But this is another way of feeding Orioles. Another bird that you need to be concerned about that Diane mentioned is the finches, and at this time of the year they're getting ready to build their nests. A good thing to put out is some sort of cotton balls like this here, or string or yarn or whatever you have, hang it from your trees, and that way they'll have some little extra things to build their nests out of. In fact, Diane?
I was going to say, I read something interesting in the paper last week that I've heard a lot of the customers come in here and say, oh, I just used the lint out of my dryer. The paper said you should not use lint. It's a synthetic fabric that isn't good for the birds. So if you're going to put something out, it should be some yarns, some threads. The cotton ball obviously would be very good. But synthetic products aren't good for the birds.
The hummingbirds are here. Last night, in fact, I've seen the first ones that I have all year. And it's time to get your hummingbird feeders out. Make sure it's clean and get it hung up. Again, like I mentioned last week, don't fill it completely full until you see that they're drinking it all within a day or two.
Roger, could I insert something in here with my goldfinch feeders that I have? I have a couple of different kinds, and obviously they have different purposes, and the birds seem to like one over another at different times. But I have one of the finch feeders from the store, or one of the sock feeders from the store. And I think that's probably something a little unusual for people, and it's so easy to fill. You know, when we put the finch food into a milk jug, it's very easy to fill the sock, and birds love it.
We've had, well, as you know, last year we put in the black socks, and they have just been outstanding, and not only fun, because the black socks really shows off all the yellow birds. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's time to see you next week. Bye-bye.